Okay, so here is my impression of the 2026 Oscars. And the winner of every single Oscar possible is Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another. Woo! Hi everyone, welcome back. As you can tell by my very enthused intro, today we are chatting about PTA's latest film, One Battle After Another. This is a capital F film that I'm very excited to talk about. I have to say that it really exceeded any and all of my expectations. I'm always a little cautious with PTA's films. There are some that I absolutely adore and love. There Will Be Blood, The Master, Phantom Thread. Those are kind of my top three before seeing this film. Others, I know I'm in the minority with them, so I never really knew exactly where I would fall with this one. I think this is truly one of the best films of the year. I think it's gonna be a major awards player. He has a winner on his hands, so let's dive in. One Battle After Another has a stacked cast starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, Teyana Taylor, and Chase Infiniti. This is loosely inspired by Thomas Pynchon's Vineland, and it tells the story of a group of revolutionaries called the French 75 who were doing the good fight wherever and anywhere it took them. Leo's Patrick and Teyana's Perfidia start a romance. They have a child, but outside forces, including a Colonel Lockjaw, played by Sean Penn, got in the way of their happily ever after. 16 years later, Bob Ferguson and his daughter, Willa, played by Chase Infiniti, are living off the grid. He is super paranoid about anything happening to them in the future, and one day those paranoia dreams do come true, and these two have to fight one battle after another to stay out of harm's way and for Bob to get his daughter back. As I said, I am never really sure how I'm going to feel about a Paul Thomas Anderson film. Again, I know that so many people just across the board love his work. I do commend him for always doing something different with a movie. So One Battle After Another definitely stands apart from the rest of his filmography. I would say that elements of Magnolia and that chaos that's being told through all of these different characters is very similar to this film. A lot of time is spent with Bob and Willa and Sensei and Lockjaw, and it's very fun to see all of the different ways that their stories connect as it was in Magnolia. And then of course, because you have this film being very loosely based on a Thomas Pynchon novel, I can't help but think of Inherent Vice and just the themes and the writing and the grittiness in that film, even though I didn't really like it that much. Sorry. There's almost too much to talk about with this film because it excels in so many different ways, but I'm going to try to condense it and to not make this video be way too long. First, I guess I'll just start with all of the performances, and they genuinely are all incredible. I feel like I could write a thesis statement and paper on every single person. Leonardo and Benicio del Toro team up as these two unlikely heroes. Bob is just a bumbling buffoon. Sensei is just so hilarious, but so calm, cool, collected, going through just whatever this journey brings them. They both had me absolutely cackling. I think Leonardo is just one of the funniest actors ever. He's usually not in comedies, but he nails it every single time, and I just thought that he was perfect for this. A lot of his shtick and bit reminded me of his trailer scene from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I just could not stop myself from laughing with this guy constantly running into troubles wherever he is, not knowing how to react to a situation, being so stoned out of his mind half the time, not knowing the password that he needs to find a rendezvous point. It's just absolutely brilliant. The fact that this film is Chase Infiniti's acting debut is kind of insane. She is just amazing. She is leading the charge. She is taking care of herself. She's taking care of other business around her. It is just so incredible to see her in this film, just showing everybody what's up, that she is a new name and new face in Hollywood, and I cannot wait to see what comes next for her. I have written down in my notes for Teyana Taylor and Sean Penn Oscars because I just think that they are both fantastic. Teyana really sets the tone in the beginning, first 20-30 minutes of this film, and her impact is felt all throughout, whether or not she is on screen or not. She is such a firecracker. She is just a fearless leader, and I love the way that she eggs on Sean Penn's character, who is also just delivering some of his best work. I genuinely think that he could very much win his third Oscar for this role because he plays the most despicable character possible, who is just so disgusting and such a racist, and it is still somehow such a joy to see him in this role, to see him playing the cat going after these mice that are Willa and Bob. It is just incredible. Their specific relationship in the film and that chase reminds me so much of No Country for Old Men, with Anton going after Luelle, just this slow chase between the two of them. You're waiting to see when Anton is going to pounce on him. And Regina Hall too. I mean, that's my girl from the Scary Movie series. I loved seeing what she did in this film. She has such a motherly energy, so protective. She's there for Willa when she needs her the most. The crafts are immaculate in this film. The visuals alone are just to die for. There are some sequences that are shot that are just, I'm still thinking about how they did it. One that comes to mind is this amazing car chase scene that is following the up and down rolling hills of this road, and where the camera is placed, it literally made me so nauseous because I was just so locked in. I was literally leaning into my seat, and at one point I had to lean back and I was like, "Ooh, I'm getting a little dizzy from it." That was so fun to watch. There is also some amazing shadow work and the way that he captures all of these silhouettes in the dark that I just thought were incredible as well. Shout out to cinematographer Michael Bauman for this. The score is so good. Johnny Greenwood popped off. I love this staccato piano sounds that are playing all throughout. It helps build up this tension. It helps amplify the tense atmosphere that the characters find themselves in. The editing too, amazing. This is a 2-hour, 40-minute film that I thought flew by fairly quickly. I will say it doesn't need to be 2 hours and 40 minutes if I'm thinking about my own critiques and complaints. However, I never felt like I was fidgeting in my seat. I was so zoned into everything that was happening in this film, and I just felt the energy from literally the get-go all the way to the last moment. And then when you look at the story as a whole, this group of revolutionaries who is trying to fight back against oppressive systems, a father trying to get his daughter back, all these conversations regarding immigration, abortion, all of these very pressing societal issues that we are talking about and considering in our society today. I mean, this is such a relevant film, and I think it speaks at all of these topics without like hitting you over the head with them. Sure, there's going to be some people who do not like it. I think I saw a few people in my theater who were kind of shuffling in their seats, not really liking those beginning moments. That's fine. I get it. It's not going to be for everyone. However, this is a film that just speaks to the moment, and it's showing Paul Thomas Anderson's own thoughts regarding everything that we are going through in this world, and I truly commend him for finding a way to put it into something that is so important and yet still so entertaining, so energetic, something that I feel like anybody can watch, really. I feel like I still have like a million and one different things to talk about with this film. I am just so overwhelmed by it. I cannot wait to see it again. I'm already planning on going again this weekend. I really hope you guys check it out as well. My final score is a 4.5 out of 5. I could very easily see this going up to 5 out of 5. It would be my first for the year. I feel like this is a very deserving one. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you here next time.